afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Hopkinton High School turf fields for Hopkinton Hillers girls varsity soccer on HCAM. As today, the 2-0 Hillers take on 0-0 Brookline. It is indeed the first game of the season for Brookline after they had a couple of postponements last week due to the heat situation. So far, the Hillers on this season, despite having a couple games moved around, were able to come up with wins in those games as they took down Ashland in the season and home opener 2-0 back on the 5th. And they just took down Norwood this past Thursday on the road 6-1. As I welcome in my broadcast partner, Peter, it's been a terrific run for the Hillers so far and a great win over in Norwood.
It really has. It's the Hillers are just rolling right now, and they're facing a 0-0 Brookline team, so we don't really know what we're going to see today. But looking back at that Norwood game, several players had career first goals and assists. Nicole Tedstone, the junior, had 2 goals and 1 assist in that performance, and they also got balanced scoring from Marin O'Connor, who got her first goal, her first varsity goal and game-winning goal. They absolutely put the beat down on Norwood. It was 6-1. I think that from a possession and attacking, they had 26 shots. 69% of them were on target. They had an incredible day. Now, I will say they were offsides 18 times, which tells you that the girls are trying to get forward. They're trying to score goals. They're putting that ball through. Maybe the ref missed a few of them, but by and large, that's something the girls can look to do a little bit better job of today is, making sure you don't get past that last defender.
And they get a key weapon back today. Why don't you tell us about that?
Right. Senior Joanna DuPont is starting in place of Nicole Tedstone. She was named the starter going into the season, but she was scratched for the first 2 games due to injury. Coach feels she's ready to go, and so she will be back in the lineup. Number 18, look for her today playing at the 11 spot, and with Tedstone coming in off the bench.
And that just goes to show the amount of competition that's on this roster. You got a tremendous athlete like Joanna DuPont, but you have Tedstone right on her heels.
You do.
If anything shall happen, one or the other, which we hope nothing does, of course, anyone could step in to that role.
Absolutely. And Tedstone has scored 3 goals on the season already. So she's ready to go. And actually, backing up to that jamboree that they played, that exhibition jamboree, she had a real nice breakaway goal against Marshfield in that game. So she's really showing that she can fill those shoes as a junior.
Absolutely, and it's a deep roster, as we have mentioned, and you'll pretty much see everybody on this roster get into the game, as we did in that Ashland game, despite the fact that it was really close all game long. You saw pretty much everyone on the roster get in there.
Yeah, Coach is doing a good job of rotating players, trying to figure out, where his depth really is, and it really has shown that it's pretty much all over. I mean, they have so much depth. Starting lineups today, Alia Chase hits the goal, Sophia Zuganatis, Alex Clark, Juliana Gronsos, and Brooke Burt Whistler in the defense. Steph Johnson, Nina Zuganagis, Anaga, and Georgie are in the midfield. And then finally up top, you got Madison Recupero and Joanna DuPont rounding out that starting 11.
Well, we got a nice Division I matchup here today. Brookline went 12-3-4 last season. The Hillers went 13-4-3 last year. And they did not meet up last season. This is a first meeting in quite a while between these two teams, but you get a nice look at a possible Division I opponent you could see in the postseason.
Absolutely. I mean, Brookline is an experienced team. They are a big school. They draw a lot of talent from club teams. So you can expect to see a good match between the Hillers and Brookline today. And I will say one other thing that's interesting about Brookline, I just did a little pregame prep. 3 of their 4 captains are juniors. So I think they have a lot of youth on this team. It looks like, in fact, I'm looking at their roster right now, and it looks like they do have quite a bit of youth. They only have 2 that are graduating this year, 2 seniors.
Yeah, so a younger team that perhaps lost a good amount of experience to graduation last season. And they're getting their first game of the season a little late. They have some making up of games to do, but they had that extra week to prep, and I'm sure got some practices in.
Well, and I'm sure they watched some film.
Absolutely.
Because they had the time. And, I mean, head coach Ben Peters, he's been doing this a while. He's gonna bone up on what the Hillers are doing. So we'll see how they handle them.
And we are underway. Tom Nappy and Peter Thomas on the call. John Ritz on camera on this nice Saturday afternoon. Cloudy skies, temperatures in the low 80s. The possibility of pop-up rain showers, but hopefully those will hold off as the Hillers working right to left across your screen. Taking it up the far side is Recupero. She'll pass it over. Pass up the sideline by Zoganadis. And now it is over to DuPont along the right side corner. DuPont going to try to center it over to Johnson into the box. Johnson to Georgie. And it's popped out by Brookline. Brookline trying to work it up the field. That is Uko Maru.
Senior captain. You can tell why.
Yeah, some good ball control there, but it's stolen away by Burt Whistle. Gets it up to Nina. And Nina over to Recupero. Recupero up to Georgie. Now back to Madison. That Recupero-Georgie combination, one to look out for. And it's taken away. I know a lot of the Hiller players are kind of amped up for this matchup, seeing a D1 team out of a different league.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Norwood put up a good fight, but ultimately it's a small school, and so the Hillers, the result was never in doubt. So 2 days later, they're facing a big D1 opponent in Brookline. I think the girls are jacked for this, and it's a Saturday too, so nothing but think about this morning but playing this game.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll tell you, they got a pretty tough schedule coming up. After Brookline, they got Medfield and Holliston. So we got a great week of girls soccer ahead.
That Holliston game, that is always a blast.
Yes.
That rivalry is just legendary. And I remember last year, it was a very close game between the two of them. It was a slugfest.
As Freese trying to get it over to Lindgren Palm, and it went off of Palm and out of play, throwing Hillers. And it's taken by Alex Clark along the near side, gives it a boot. Over towards Georgie. Can she get through? Georgie trying to work it up the field. She's up against Julia Vianello. Putting on the moves. Takes the shot, and it's deflected up the far side. Centering pass, top of the box, cleared away for the moment. Zauganadis gets a foot on it, and now Brookline trying to work it up the field. Johnson takes it away. Over to DuPont. Johnson getting in there, feeds it over, Recupero.
Boy, she is so skilled with the ball, Tom. Anytime Madison has that ball, it's dangerous. I'll tell you that. She does those little crossovers, those little step overs. She pulls the ball back. She squares up against her defensive opponent, and it's the defender's going to win. 1 out of 4 of those. I mean, she is just too clever with that ball.
Brookline set to clear it away. DuPont trying to get under it. And some collisions going for the ball there.
Some good tempo to this game to open it up, don't you think?
Absolutely.
They're both playing at a pretty good speed right now.
Quick throw in by Brookline. Working it up the field is Anna Leshley. Feeds it over. Far side.
Great takeaway.
And sent back down by Sofia Zauganedos.
Sophia did a great job to keep her defender in front of her. Let's all remember Sophia is a freshman. She is a freshman defender starting on varsity.
That is certainly impressive, much like Nina was. How to play it goes. It'll be a Brookline throw-in. Johnson getting in the way. Sent down by Freese. Over to the near side, a little too far in front of her intended target, Lindgren Palm. About 5 minutes into action here in half number one.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing so far. I mean, they're feeling each other out.
Burt Whistle gets under that one. Along the far side, Recupero. Feeds it up to Nina.
What a pass that was.
And the keeper
ahead.
going to get in there. Goalie is Julia Cherwin for Brookline. On the entry, Alex Clark to Recupero. Booted up the field by Brookline. Header by Garanzos. In the Hiller territory as Elliot Chase will pick it up. Hila gets it over to the far side. Just past the reach of Kulkarni. It seems like a pretty good back and forth battle we're going to have here.
Yeah, it's all in the midfield right now, right? I mean, neither team has really threatened in the goal scoring zone. Hillers could change that right now.
Recupero putting on the moves. Feeds it over, back to Recupero, give and go with DuPont. DuPont closing in. Feeds it over to the near side, just in front of her intended target, Nina Zauganedos.
That last pass is not quite there yet. It's not quite there yet. So the Hillers, I think maybe they're a little bit antsy, okay? But they're going to get that. And then when they do, that's when they're going to create their opportunities.
Brookline attempting to work it up the field along the near side. Alex Clark feeds it up. Tripped up is DuPont. Here comes Brookline looking for a drive. And Ayla came way out that time. Towards the net, and it is over. That was a big opportunity for Brookline, but Amara Ukomaru goes over the net.
Hillers got lucky on that one. Ayla did the right thing coming off her line. It was just a bad clear at that point.
It is, however, always risky to come that far out. But in that case, I think she made the right call. Hillers trying to clear it away. Booted up the field there by Clark. Georgie feeds it over to Nina. Zauganedos. Back to Georgie. Looking for Nina, cleared away. Brookline doing a nice job defending the top of the box.
Here comes Brooke Birtwhistle into the attack. I like to see her when she gets up like that because that's when we start to get that pressure on the back line. She's been hanging out this game. She needs to get a little more involved.
And I think with the pressure Brookline's putting on, you might see her come up into the attack quite a bit. Recupero with it. Over to DuPont. Centering pass. Cleared away by Brookline for the moment. Rushing up the field is Zukomato. Taken back by the Hillers. Johnson. And stolen back away. Nice steal there. As Leshley will take it up. Feeds it across. Birtwhistle is there. Back and forth we go. Recupero to Georgie. Now Kulkarni. She's tripped up.
That's the second slip I've seen. I wonder if the turf is a little wet.
I bet it
rain.
is. It rained just before game time. A little rainstorm came through the area. I know that turf can certainly get slick.
That's a great defensive stop by Brooke Birtwhistle.
Nina gets it away up to Georgie. Now Recupero. In front of Georgie. Can she get there? Smart move there by Brookline.
So here's one thing that's different about Brookline that stands out from Ashland and Norwood. Brookline seems to be in good fitness and also strong. And
Yes.
that's the Hillers have had better fitness and better strength than their opponents in the last 2 games they played. They seem to be pretty evenly matched today.
They do. I noticed that as well. The speed is really neck and neck out there. Ayla gets rid of it. Header at midfield by Freese. But the question is going to be, will one of these teams eventually get a little tired? In front of DuPont. Along the sideline and out of play off of DuPont is the ruling. Off the entry.
Tough lineup for or tough matchup for Madison. She's just undersized comparatively.
Yeah, she's been going up against Sydney Freese quite a bit.
Yep.
Brookline looking to work it up. Trying to get there is Granzos. She'll feed it back to Ayla. Ayla clears it away and just past the reach of Clark. Out of play it goes. Throw in Brookline. Lindgren Palm on the entry. Brookline showing that they have some pretty good ball control as well. Recupero. Off of DuPont, Nina. Able to slip past the defender, but getting back into the action is number 14, Maribel Kesselman. It's going to be a free kick for the Hillers.
Brooks wearing new shoes.
Brooke Birtwistle set to send it away. He's got the nice pink cleats on today.
Yep.
And a play it goes.
You know, one of the advantages to the Hillers playing that flat 4-4-2 defense is that there's always somebody to kind of overlap and help out, but then there's also somebody to always move forward, whether it's Juliana or Brooke. So it's a really good strategy as long as you're fast. And of course the Hillers are, so it works.
Here comes Brookline. Out in front.
See that? There you go. That's that flat 4-4-2, and that's Birtwistle coming in to help out, just like it's supposed to be.
There's a good steal there. Sent up by Clark. Here's Clark now. She's looking for DuPont there.
DuPont's making her presence felt in her first game, isn't she?
She certainly is. It looks like they might have switched up the matchup and put DuPont kind of on Kesselman a little bit more to match the size.
Look at Georgie's got 2 on her. They obviously watched some film.
I've seen as much as 3 or 4 on her. Johnson sends it over. Salganedos up to Kilcarney.
That's a great ball from Oniga.
In front of Georgie. Can she get there? Takes it. Oh, just wide.
That's a good shot. That's a better ball from Oniga. We like her. Just sending her through and letting Georgie run onto it because she's fast.
Handful of substitutions for the Hillers. We got Nicole Tedstone coming in, as well as Myron O'Connor and 26 Anna Scalora.
Yeah, Nina had a good shift out there too.
Nina's still in there.
Sophia, my bad.
Up the near side. Here goes Lindgren Palm. Birtwistle gets in the way. Birtwistle burning by everybody, sends it up.
It's an excellent ball.
Out in front of Georgie. Little push there, trying to get to it. Out of play it goes. Hiller throwing. Scalora on the throw-in. sent back. And Georgie well covered there. Loose along the near side. Good battle along the sideline between Lindgren Palm and Tedstone. Gets it out. Johnson trying to move it across. It's intercepted. Cleared away by Garanzos.
That Ukamato-Garanzos matchup is a very good one today. Ukamato is strong. She's obviously their goal scorer. She's their attack. And when she gets in a one-on-one situation with Juliana back there, anything can happen.
It was Garanzos we saw get a little shooken up in that Ashland game towards the end there.
Yeah, it was.
It's good to see her out there.
Yep.
It looked serious for a while, and I know she had a little bit of a limp going. And
it turned out to be, I think, a muscle cramp or something that just that's the beginning of the season stuff.
Yeah.
As they get deeper into the season, their fitness improves.
Especially when you're in that intense hot weather as well. Hiller's trying to work it up the sideline. Knocked out of play. Hiller throwing. Georgie sends it back. O'Connor working the sideline. Recupero gets it over. Johnson. Near side, Clark. Rips it across. And Recupero just able to keep it in. Gets it over. Hiller's trying to set something up here. From the corner of the box. Nice shot, but a little off the mark.
Yeah, except for that circus shot from Brookline and that one. I mean, that's about all we've seen from a shooting from either team at this point. So
yep.
they're gonna have to settle down and start making something happen in the 18.
Now this will be one of those games you really just have to take any opportunity you get to rip a shot. Both teams defending well.
I mean, we haven't seen what their goalie can do at this point.
Brookline looking to work it up the field. Nina trying to get in there.
Nina is all over her. That girl's not going anywhere.
It's a good matchup there between Nina and Leslie. Now with it, 5. Chernayev sends it up. Johnson. Back and forth we go in the midfield area. In Ayler territory. Ayler's there. She'll roll it out. Towards the far side now. Just in front of O'Connor. How to play it goes. Hiller throwing. Scalora takes it. She'll do it again.
Nice steal, Madison.
Recupero sends it over. Georgie trying to get there. Along the end line, sends it out. Recupero into the net.
Excellent. She was rewarded. Madison was rewarded for her unselfishness. She created that whole play. She stole the ball. She dispossessed the defender. She saw Georgie on the break. Georgie puts it right back in the top of the box. It's a tap-in for Madison.
That score comes at 21-12 left to go in the first half. A beauty of a pass and a beauty of a goal. Recupero with the score, Georgie with the assist.
Your two forwards working together. Feels good.
Absolutely, especially when you're in the midst of a good back-and-forth matchup. You get that first score. It's big momentum. Tedstone into the box, cleared away. Clark deflected back and out of play. Clark on the entry. Maddie trying to sneak through. Good keep away there by Sydney Freese. Nina gets in there, gives it a boot.
Nina took a shot at the end of that play. She's going to feel
that
one tomorrow. She's limping a bit. I don't like that.
Staying in there, though. Header by Garanzos. Recupero getting into the action and pops it off.
You don't often see Madison Recupero go up for a header and win it, but hey, it worked out.
In the right place at the right time. It looks like we're going to get a mandatory water break now. They've been doing this with the hot weather situation about midway through each half. So with the score, Hillers 1, Brookline nothing. We'll take a timeout as well. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Soccer on HCAM. Off the mandatory water break, we are set for the remaining 20 minutes and 4 seconds of half number 1. A 1-0 Hiller lead, courtesy of a Maddie Recupero goal, assisted by Georgie at 21:12 left to go. That's the only score so far this afternoon. But the Hillers starting to build up some good pressure.
Yeah, sometimes a goal like that can be enough to get a team back on their heels, and then you have an opportunity to put them away with another quick one. So we'll see if the Hillers can capitalize on that momentum.
Brookline looking to respond here. Sent over by Burt Whistle. Nina over to Recupero. Sneaks it up to Georgie. Back to Maddie. There's Georgie.
What a pass to Marin. She was offside.
Just offsides.
Too bad. That was a really nice move from Georgie and a great run from Marin O'Connor.
Free kick now for Brookline. A nice one up the middle. Burt Whistle is there. Over to the far side. Good steal there by Scalora. Throwing Hillers. They'll do it again. Along the sideline. Back and forth along that far side. Recupero now with it. Over to Georgina. Feeds it back. Here's Georgie. Burt Whistle. Top of the box.
That's a nice.
It's deflected. Still live ball and sent out for the moment. Nice feed up top to Burt Whistle.
Look at Brooke all the way up on the 18.
Ted Stone with the steal, takes the shot, and it's a save.
Good shot. It's good to test. Good to test the keeper.
There's good pressure there by the Hillers. It worked out rather well with Burt Whistle playing towards the box.
Indeed. Yeah. When Brooke gets up, good things happen.
Recupero sends it back, and what do we got here?
Just an accidental handball, Madison.
Brookline has had trouble getting it into Hiller territory the last few minutes. They're going to try here. Working their way up the field. And Grazos is there to send it away. Boot back into the box. Ayla dives, misses the ball.
She was offside. The ref was waiting to blow the whistle until Ukamoto made a play for the ball, but Ukamoto was about a foot offside when that ball came in. So
Nice little break there for the Hillers. Sophomore goalkeeper set to send it away. Birtwistle moves it up to Nina. Nina scoots it through. Can Clark get there?
What a nice run from Marin O'Connor. Look at her speed, Tom.
Tremendous. Sent away by the keeper. Here's Recupero. Top of the box. Sends it over. Tedstone. Moves it over. Looking for Nina there. Brookline able to get it away.
Good
defense. Steal by Scalora. Georgie rushing in, takes it. Oh, just off the mark. Little wide to the left.
Good creation, good move. She had the defender on her back heel. That shot was just a little wide. But that is what we need to see. We need to see the Hillers girls moving forward like that off the ball. Now in the last 3 minutes, we've seen Tedstone, we've seen Marin O'Connor, and now we're seeing Georgie move forward on those runs.
And she would love to have that one back. Along the near side. Zalganado sends it over. Nina back to Sophia. Nina putting on a nice move there. Recupero.
Speaking of nice moves.
Here goes Maddie. Smooth moves. Shot deflected. And over to Tedstone. Along the left side of the box. Takes it. And just off the mark.
It's all right. That's 2 shots for Tedstone. You know, I like that she's thinking about that. She's going to get a little water break here as Fotini comes in for her. Juliana Granzos' sister, Fotini Granzos, plays the forward spot.
Deflected there by Fotini.
Fotini already taken one off the face.
Getting right in the action.
Way to contribute. She's tough stuff. I used to coach Fotini when she was in 7th grade, and she was about, well, she's not much taller now than she was then, but I'll tell you what, that girl, she was like a mouse in the house. She would just get behind defenders.
Birtwistle, top shelf, just a little high.
And she'd make their lives miserable. That's what I loved about her. She was a very scrappy player.
Birtwistle certainly had the distance there. If she got that one a little down, that would have went right in there. Well, I guess you could say she plays tall.
Definitely plays tall. Definitely punches above her weight.
Speaking of playing tall, nice steal there by Sophia. Recupero. Back to Nina. Near side on the chase down is Granzos. Fotini. How to play it goes. Closing in on 13 minutes remaining here in half number 1. Remains a 1-0 Hiller lead. And Peter, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's been a while since Brookline has been able to get any real pressure on.
Yeah, it really has. The defense is kind of, well, either their forwards have tired out, or our defense has just demoralized them and locked them down, because you're right, it's all about us.
Georgie
right now.
Feeds it over. Birtwistle coming
what
in.
Shot.
Yes, count it. Georgie with assist number 2, and Birtwistle makes it 2-0.
Birtwistle stepped up to that. The ball was put right across the 18. She stepped up. She kept her head low, the ball low, skidded right to the right post. What a tremendous athletic play from Brooke Birtwistle. That is why she was recruited to Purdue as a sophomore, Tom. She is a stud.
She will be someone to follow throughout her Division I college career. Here comes Brookline working it up the field. Pass over by Leshley. Out of play.
Ref sets a pick there for us.
Zalganados still in play. Back to Granzos. Recupero. Deflected.
What a pick.
Juliana.
Juliana was a thief in the night.
Georgie Brookline has had just such a tough time getting by any of these defenders. Trying to take it away is O'Connor. Out of play it goes. Hiller throwing. Scalora will take it.
I hate to say it, but sometimes, so when Brooke is pushed up and Juliana's left on her own, okay, and we got 3 backs back there.
Burt Whistle.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, just deflected.
It almost feels like Juliana, when she's working harder than she should, does a better job. She is so good. She's so intuitive about where to stand, where to be. Here she goes again. Let's see what she does.
Cleared out of the box for the moment. Brookline looking to work the field. Cleared away by Ayla. A nice pass there by Recupero. Nina taking some hits, but staying on her feet.
Yep.
Over to Garanzos. I think you're going to see this Brookline team play a little more physical as this game continues, as there's clearly, I'm sure, some frustration by the Warriors.
So, Tom, in the football game last night, Wayland loses to the Hillers 21-20, and it was, you called
2019.
2019. You called that game, right?
Yep.
And it was a heck of a game all the way to the end.
One of the most fun football games I've ever called.
So, Ayla Chase, our goalkeeper, transferred in from Wayland, right? That was her former school over the summer. And I heard from one of the girls on the team that she and Ayla were walking around, and she's like, hey, I know that guy. I know that guy. I know that guy.
Well, she's now a Hiller.
We're glad to have her. She's quite
Absolutely.
a talent back there, isn't she?
Certainly is. Throwing for Brookline. Nina trying to take it away. Ooh.
I think Nina's a little tired of getting beat up. she's gonna put a little back in her bank account.
She was going for the ball.
Yeah.
Set for the entry is Kimbrough. And we have an injury along the sideline. It looks like a shooken up player for Brookline.
Mirabelle Kesselman, defender, sophomore.
Certainly hope she's okay. The trainers are checking on her.
You know, I didn't see anything physical. I wonder if she's having a little breathing problem down there.
Yeah. Well, we give her our best.
Yeah, and the heat can be tough
right.
on these players.
Especially if you're...
It's about 10 degrees hotter on the turf.
Yeah. Burt Whistle works it up the field. Burt Whistle pops it up in front of Johnson. Along the far side now. Still in play. And it remains in play. Just kept in. Good ball handling there by Brookline along the sideline. Good steal there by Recupero. She'll send it back to the keeper. Ayla works it up the far side. And knocked out of play as Clark was trying to work the sideline. Throw in Hillers. Just under 9 minutes left to go here in this first half. 2-0 Hiller lead. Georgie trying to take it away.
You see what happened?
Look at that steal.
She lost the ball. She had the ball. She lost the ball. She got the ball back, gave it off to Brooke.
She's relentless. She won't stop fighting. I'm going to nickname her, I think, the Honey Badger.
She is a bit of a honey badger, isn't she? She just refuses to get dispossessed.
Throw in for Brookline. Jada Kimbrough takes it.
I will tell you something, Tom. You know, we're kind of joking around about it, but that's a quality that coaches look for in a forward.
Absolutely.
Because it's not uncommon for a forward to get dispossessed. I mean, that's part of the game, right? But a lot of times forwards get frustrated. At this level, they get frustrated, and they don't try to get the ball back. But when you've got somebody like Georgie and Fotini who are like, okay, I lost the ball, and then they just immediately start giving chase, that's what you're really looking for. It gives you another shot to...
Burt Whistle boots it to another planet.
To get possession again.
Yeah, that's what you want. You want that fight. And
Just that persistence.
I nicknamed Georgie the Honey Badger because she's relentless and just doesn't give up, much like a honey badger. Brookline trying to do all they can to work it into Hiller territory. They've been able to keep it at midfield a little more often, but still having trouble getting into that attack zone. Speaking of attack zone, top of the box. Looking for a shot here. Cleared away. Good defense by the Hillers. Burt whistle. And Scalora puts it up the sideline.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Ben Peters, I'm talking to my forward there, Lila Cannon. I'm saying, Lila, next time you're in that spot inside the 18, you take that shot. Don't try to pass it back.
Sophia feeds it up. Yeah, I mean,
that's a discussion point for halftime.
Brookline definitely needs to have a little more urgency when they get towards the box and taking those shots. Burt whistle. Driving up the field. Recupero gets in there. Putting on the move, scoots it up. Georgie. Along the near side and out of play. Hiller throwing. Sophia will take it.
I think we were talking about the fitness, and I think that so far the edge goes to the Hillers. I think I see Brookline walking a little more, hands on the hips.
Yeah, they started off nice, but looks like maybe getting a little tired. Nina into the box, takes it, and just off the mark.
That was a lovely pass into Nina. It's a difficult play to make because, you know, her defender is bigger than her. She's bumping her all around. The ball is bouncing all around on the turf. Difficult to collect that. That was just a nice little entry pass there.
I think Georgie had the goal record last season. She might be going for the assist record this season.
Indeed. She seems to have been developing that side of her game, which is nice to see too. So she steps off. Annika goes back on, and Fotini and Joe DuPont are the two forwards now.
Johnson rushing in. Nina with the header off the chest. Burt whistle. Burt whistle driving in, putting on the moves. The boot through everybody and picked up by the keeper.
Do you see how fast Brooke stopped? She stops on a dime. For a girl that is of her height, for her to be able to stop and turn that fast is a really incredible skill. That's just incredible.
And then she gets a shot off that went through two blocks.
Yeah. You know, one thing they tell you is that you can't teach speed. You either have it or you don't. If you look at the way the Hillers play, these girls have lots and lots of speed, tremendous speed.
Yes, they do. And speaking of speed, here comes DuPont. DuPont closing in.
Yeah, good job for Brookline to cut off that angle.
Kulkarni. And just wide to the right. Along the far side. That was a nice setup there for Kulkarni to try to take that one-timer. Pass over by Scalora. Burt whistle feeds it up. Just under 4 minutes left to go in this first half. Ooh, getting a little tripped up there is Fotini Granzos. Burt whistle, gonna get some revenge.
To the rescue.
Pass up by Clark. Along the sideline.
The ball's
and
still rolling.
Still in play. Fotini keeps it in. Kulkarni.
That was an ambitious shot from there, but, you know, I like that she's thinking about shooting.
I liked where she was going with the direction of the shot, but just a little too much to the left.
Yep. So Brooke gets a break with a couple minutes left. Marin O'Connor checks in, and Steph Johnson drops. Marin goes ahead. Steph Johnson, who's normally the sixth, the center defensive mid, is going to step back and be that defender back there.
And booted away by DuPont. Good deflection there.
Interesting substitution. I mean, it's only a couple minutes left, but Marin is a much more attack-oriented player. Okay, she's a go-forward player. And so coach takes off Brooke, who's a defensive player, and puts in Marin. It almost to me looks like he's going for that. I want to knock him out before the half ends.
Pass over by Ayla. On the corner, Clark moves it up the sideline. Over to number 24, Eisenhower. Now on the far side. That shot deflected. Top of the box now. Pass over.
Double teamed.
Soganitos on defense. Granzos, Dina with the header. Kilcarney going to clear it out. DuPont. Up the field goes Sophia.
That's okay. We just want to get it out of our third, so that's okay. And again, the Hillers did it calmly. You know, there was no panic. They just moved it around back there like they know how to do.
Along the far side, we're under 2 minutes left now. Hiller throw in. Off the entry. Along the far sideline. Johnson gets a foot on it. Nino with the header. Here comes Brookline. Lila Cannon with it. Into the box. Ayla collects it.
I'm going to say I think Ayla Chase plays goal with a maturity that belies her age. She isn't just on a program of, okay, I'm just going to throw it to my defender and build it out of the back. If the play isn't there, you know, she sees it the way it should be. And that's great. She's able to make decisions quickly. It's unusual for a player of that age.
Certainly is, and she is fun to watch in net. She's made some good saves so far today, and we are through half number one. At the end of half number one, it's the Hillers 2, Brookline nothing. An impressive first half, Peter.
Yeah, I really like what I'm seeing out of the Hillers. I mean, they spent the first 15 minutes kind of not really threatening very much. I mean, both teams were doing that. And then as Brookline started to sort of relax and try to settle into their game, you saw us putting the ball on the ground more of those through balls to Georgie, to Marin, to Madison. I really think the play of the first half was that combination between Madison and Georgie. Madison stole the ball, saw Georgie, made the run to the center. Georgie puts it back. It's a little tap in for Madison. She's not going to miss from, well, she's not going to miss from 18 yards, much less 4 yards, right? And it's just that kind of small combination play that sets this team apart. They're able to do things that other teams at this age are not able to do.
Well, the Hillers putting on a good show against a very good Brookline team. As we are through half number one, the score 2-0 Hillers. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Soccer on HCAM. Welcome back into the Hopkinton High School turf fields. We are just about ready for the second half. A 2-0 lead for the Hillers in this Division I matchup with Brookline. And it's been a good battle so far. But the Hillers able to find the net twice, and both times you saw Georgie Clark with a beautiful assist. First goal came from Maddie Recupero at 21-12. And then you had Brooke Burtwhistle boot one in at 12:52 left to go. Some pretty goals so far today, Peter.
Well, yeah, that we talked about the Madison goal on the way out before halftime, or the way out of halftime. But Brooks' goal was a stunner. It was low and hard and almost undefendable. The Brookline goalkeeper made a good attempt at it, but, I mean, Brooke has tremendous power with that right foot. and she's not afraid to shoot it, even though she's a defender. And it was really, really beautiful.
And you see that they have her playing up a whole lot today, and I think it really helped kind of open up the offense for the Hillers.
Absolutely does. I mean, again, as I mentioned, Juliana is pretty capable of handling it in case Brooke gets caught up. She is really fast, really skilled with the ball, seems to shut everything down. And that's freeing for Brooke. She's able to move up into that midfield and be a part of the attack. And so instead of attacking with 5, you're attacking with 6. And you're kind of 6 plus 1 because it's Brooke. You know what I mean? I mean, she adds another dimension to that game. She's tough. She's strong. She's tall. So she adds that aerial dominance. Altogether, it's a real win. And if you see how they're lining up here, you've got Brooke and Steph Johnson. As Brooke is kind of in the midfield spot here, right? She's been pushed up. So we've got 4 other defenders in Juliana, Sophie Gransos. It looks like out there we've got Ashley McCann playing right, and then Clark playing in the middle. Alex Clark playing in the middle.
And we apologize. There was some number confusion earlier in the game with Ashley McCann, but I think we have straightened it out. As Brookline trying to work it into the box. We have switched ends. Hillers working left to right across your screen. DuPont at midfield. Recupero rushing in. Tom Nappy, Peter Thomas, happy to be with you on the call. John Ritz on camera. Here goes Recupero, sends it over.
I'm going to say this. Madison and Nina are not quite connecting today the way they normally do. Now, Madison and Georgie are connecting well, which is good. But Madison and Nina usually connect so well with those passes, and that was an example of how Maddie put a through ball thinking that Nina was going to run onto it, and Nina didn't. And it's just one of those, it's an unusual day for them. I'm still waiting for them to come back and find that connection that they're so known for.
Recupero sends it back over to Johnson. Maddie sneaks it through. Nina.
That was a little better from him. That was a little better.
It'll be a throw-in for the Hillers. Sofia Zuganitos will take it. Free kick for Brookline. Header there by Johnson. Another header there by Johnson. Brookline trying to clear the defensive zone. Georgie has something to say about that.
There's a mouse in the house. Here she goes.
Nice steal. She's going to put on some moves here. Top of the box, sent back, Recupero. Recupero trying to get it away. Cleared away for the moment by Sydney Freese.
Every time I see Georgie dribbling across the top of the 18, I think she's going to score. That's how confident I am in her ball handling up there.
And there is a cross, but a little too far in front of her intended target, Makina Hammond. Along the near sideline, McCann sends it sky high, and that is still in play. DuPont to Recupero.
Sydney Freese. I will say this, Madison, I'm going to hold here because...
And looking for a shot, deflected, loose ball.
Great
cleared
save by
away
Ava
by
Chase.
Johnson, and a boot there Towards the end line. Is it going to stay in? No.
Great save from Ayla Chase there. She just got real big in front of that goal. Because that should have been a goal. Brookline should have had that one.
We're seeing some pressure from Brookline now.
We are. They've made an adjustment.
Valenia Chernayev on the corner kick.
There's a little bump in there in the box. You can see they're trying to box Ayla Chase out.
And her teammates call her V as she sends it out. Hiller's looking to clear. There's Nina sending it up to Georgie. Georgie looking for DuPont. Can she get there? A little too far in front.
Yeah, Steph Johnson's hurt.
Steph Johnson going to come out. And the official saying she has an ankle.
Coach Ben Peters has got a few words with the referee about that one. He feels like his team was robbed of a fast break.
Well, if you're hurt, you're hurt. She's getting her ankle checked out. Along the far side. Burwhistle looking to get in there. Leslie trying to sneak through. Good matchup between Leslie and Burtwhistle. Well, Brookline picking up the aggressiveness a little bit here in the second half.
Yep, the Hillers are absorbing it so far, but that was only because Ayla had a great save down there. Otherwise, that was a broken defensive play for us. But that's okay. I mean, look, they've played so good so far, and it's going to happen eventually. Brookline's going to get their opportunities. They're a big school. They're a competitive team. It's a matter of time before they get them. It's just how do we respond?
Exactly. Free kick here. Looks like she's going to go for distance. Good air under that one. In front of the net. Cleared away.
Great clear by Oniga.
And Georgie with the bicycle kick. Sent over by DuPont. Recupero flying up the field.
Georgie
on a route. Taken away. Good steal there by Vianello. And we're going to get a trip called on Kilcarney as Lila Cannon was trying to sneak by. On the free kick, that is number 5, Elena Chernayev. Chernayev airs it out into the box. Sent over to Valenia.
Juliana with a great clear.
Gransos has been a clearing machine today. With it is Freese, sends it up. Able to find Vianello, and how to play along the near side it goes. A little too much in front of her there. McCann on the entry. Georgie sends it over, Burtwhistle. Airs it out. Recupero looking to take it away. About 8 minutes into the second half. Really, so far in the second half, it's been Brookline winning the possession battle.
It has. Juliana just got dispossessed, uncharacteristic.
Along the far side.
Burtwhistle might have gotten away with a penalty there.
I think she did.
Yeah, Coach Ben Peters down there on the Brookline side, he's incensed by it. And I got to say, I think Brook, I don't have the instant replay on that one, but it looked a bit physical down there.
Yeah, it could have been simultaneous contact. Sophia sends it up, Recupero. Scooped up by the keeper. Yeah, are the Hillers perhaps getting a little tired out there?
Yeah, maybe so, although I like this attack.
Here's Nina. Sends it over. DuPont. Nina. Back to Georgie. Recupero. Recupero stays on her feet. Good ball control. Flying by everybody. And it's deflected. Carney going for it. Looking to work the sideline, and she could not keep it in.
See, I do not see I think the Hillers are getting a little tired. I don't see them running off the ball like they normally do. They're not showing for support. That time, Madison had the ball out there. She had nobody to pass it to. Nobody ran toward her. Should have been Annika checking toward the ball. And then this time, Annika had the ball, and no one checking toward her. So I am a little concerned about what I'm seeing from the Hillers in the midfield right now.
Well, Myron O'Connor getting set to come in. It's going to be a free kick, Brookline. Coach Peters moving everybody up. He's going to have the keeper take it. Aired out. Over to Burt Whistle, sent up by Alex Clark. Coopero. Burt Whistle looking to attack. Flings it to DuPont. DuPont looking for Georgie. Cleared away. Recupero looking for the takeaway. Nina steps in.
A little bit better pressure from the Hillers last couple minutes.
Starting to step it up a little bit, I feel. Good battle along the near side. McCann up against Hammond. Hammond cutting across. Feeds it up. Gratzos clears it back. Burt Whistle airs it out. What a boot that was. DuPont on the track down. DuPont looking for a shot. It's deflected.
Well, that is just quite candidly lazy defending on Brookline's part, because Joanna should have never had an opportunity to get that ball, but she did, because that ball stayed in the air for about 5 minutes before it landed, so we knew where it was going.
That was Babette Hall on defense for Brookline.
Recupero subs out for Marin O'Connor.
Can on the entry. Who do you go to in this situation? Right to Georgie. Centering pass. Can airs it out into the box. Nino looking to track it down. Sends it back. Burt Whistle has a big leg. And that had her hurt.
So big it knocked the defender down.
Along the far side. Gratzos pulling up. Good back and forth here. Brookline trying to get it into Hiller territory. Keeper comes out, scoops it up.
But that heat has got to be getting to him. I have 81 on my dial here, but down on the turf,
add 10 degrees.
91 easy. And it's humid today too. So.
And we're under an umbrella. That's why it feels nice to us, but not so nice when you're on that.
Exactly, and I think that's just getting to both teams at this point.
Well, both teams, I'm sure, were hoping that the clouds were going to stay, but the sun has peeked out a little bit. Just enough to really make that surface substantially warmer. Georgie trying to steal it away. Good moves by Leshley. Feeds it up. That's cleared back by Clark. Burt Whistle along the far side. Burt Whistle sends it back. sometimes when you get that break at half too, the adrenaline stops for a little bit.
Yeah, there's a bit of a slump.
Yeah, I think the Hillers working on getting that adrenaline back.
Laura Mosier set to check in for the Hillers for Brooke Birtwistle.
Yeah, Coach Skiba sees it too. That's why you're seeing these substitutions.
And he's moving Juliana Granzos up to the center defensive mid spot.
Sent over to the far side from Eisenhower. Aired out by Ament. Along the far side, looking for a shot, and a little wide there.
Looks like Aubrey Thomas, number 12, set to check in for McCann, coming in at the right defensive mid. Thomas played a good game against Norwood, about 75 minutes on the pitch. Got a yellow card. Second one of the season for the Hillers. Birtwistle got one in the first game too.
Well, when you play aggressive like the Hillers, sometimes it's going to happen. Nino sends it up. Georgie, nice pass.
Nice little back heel.
Up the far sideline on the chase down Mosier. And here comes Zucamato. The cross out in front. Looking for the shot.
Well defended by Aubrey Thomas. That went right into her, and she was able just to put enough on her forward to knock her off the ball, knock her off balance. Looks like Thomas is nursing a little bit of a hamstring there.
I think she took a cleat into the back of the leg. Ooh, sneaking in. Picked up. It was Lila Cannon with that sneak shot. Drop kick, good air. Here comes Ted Stone. Hiller's got some fresh legs in there. Kilcarney trying to fight for the ball. Along the far side and picked up by Ayla. Good boot there.
So the job of this, the Hillers have several reserves in right now, and the job of this unit is to prove to their coach that there is no letdown between them and the starters, that it is absolutely fluid. The game continues as it was. We continue to execute our game plan. So you're going to see these girls, Mosier, Thomas, Ted Stone, O'Connor. You're going to see the second unit really working hard to prove that.
Nino sends it back. Pass up by Alex Clark. Kilcarney over to Thomas. Sends it over, and she was looking for Ted Stone. Approaching the midway point of this second half. Granzos plays it off the body. Nina. Back to Granzos. Kilcarney.
A little bit more pressure up front from Brookline.
Good boot by Clark. Ted Stone trying to rush in. Picked up by the keeper.
Yeah, Babette Hall, the center defender for Brookline, just boxed Ted Stone out on that one.
Along the sideline. Moves it up. Here's Zucamato. Centering pass, cleared away.
So we can see that there's a little bit more flex in the defense right now with Juliana Granzos pushed up to the 6. It's a little less stable than it was for most of the game. So I think, Coach Skiba's experimenting a little bit there to see what can happen when he pushes Juliana up.
It looks like we got Fotini, Granzos, and Anna Scalora coming in.
Yeah, really good shift there from Nina Zuganatis. I mean, she's been working hard all day long. She put in 60 minutes. Her day is probably not done. Just getting a little breather.
Along the far side. Yeah, you do got that midway break coming up. Sent along the end line, out of play it goes. Hillers will not be in a rush to get rid of it here. Ayla Chase. Pretty good air under that one. Nicely done by Gratsos. Clark getting in there. Georgie sends it over. Gratsos trying to work it up the field. Good steal by Vanello.
Good play from Mosier. I didn't see the foul. That's too bad. That was a good play from Laura, keeping her in front of her.
Free kick for Brookline.
Hillers line up in a three-person wall there.
And Leshley set to take it.
Yeah, Leshley can hit it. You got to watch out for this one. Oh, Grontzes has dropped off the wall.
Strong boot, nice save.
No problem for Ayla Chase.
Past the midway point of the second half, Ayla Chase set to get rid of it.
Nice punt from Ayla.
Trying to get in there, O'Connor. Sent across. Rianello. Good steal by Gratsos. Gratsos sends it up, looking for Scalora.
But she's like an Energizer bunny, isn't she? I mean, Gratsos, she's been in all the minutes, just keeps moving all around the field all the time.
Carney trying to put a stop to it, but Vianello gets by. Along the near side and out. Now we'll get the water break. 18 minutes, 30 seconds left to go. Here in this game, a 2-0 Hillers lead. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Soccer on HCAM. And we are ready to continue on. 18 and a half minutes left to go here in this one. A 2-0 Hiller lead. A bit of a slower pace second half so far, Peter.
It has been, but I was just listening to Brookline's head coach, Ben Peters. He's really trying to rally his girls right now. He said, I know you're tired, but this is attainable. And he just encouraged them to keep going. I think it's the heat. I really do.
I think it
tough.
Definitely is a factor.
It's tough out there.
It is humid. I mean, you had that little rainstorm come in, and then it just got really humid.
Yeah.
So the heat and humidity combining, as it has all week, having an effect here in this Saturday game a little bit. Trying to rush in. Thomas is back there. And a nice, good job boxing out there by Thomas.
She did. It looked like she had the goal kick on that. I guess the referee disagreed, but she did an excellent job using her body to shield the ball.
Corner for Brookline. Too much air in that one. How to play goes.
Looks like her team wasn't ready for that either. That was a
I
heck of a
I don't know
cross.
if anyone was going to
Yeah.
Knock that down.
Looks like Brooke Birtwistle setting to check back into the game.
There she comes. The soon-to-be Boilermaker.
Indeed. Sophia Zuganatis coming off. Alex Clark swinging back out to the left side. And Brooke Birtwistle back in the center with Laura Mosier.
Aired out. Top of the box. Kulkarni. Nice job playing it off the body there. Sends it up. Scalora trying to track it down.
Waiting for her reinforcements.
Knocked out of play.
Now keep your eye on this throw, and Aubrey Thomas has a pretty deep throw.
We'll see where she goes with it. Into the box. Thomas airs it out and out of play. Set to get rid of it is Julia Cherwin along the far side. Down the sideline, look out. Here comes Okamoto. Centering pass. And just cleared away. That was Alex Clark able to just get rid of it.
Yeah, it was a burst of energy from Ukamata, though, too. She is finding out that she has room to operate on the right side there. The Hillers have got to do a better job of locking her down.
Brookline trying to maintain control as we have surpassed the 15-minute mark. Hillers lead 2-0, but Brookline has won the possession battle so far in the second half. Some good back and forth here in the midfield area. Carney. Vianello able to keep it away. Into Brookline territory. Quickly back to Hiller territory. Big collision there.
Yeah, Juliana
Granzos and
it's like number 14, is it? Mirabella Kesselman.
Yeah.
Coach Ben Peters a little frustrated with the officiating at this point.
Brooke Birtwistle set to boot it away. Strong leg there. Scalora trying to track it down. Out of play. I'd love to see
Laura
how
Mosier
big
coming off. Annalie Krantz coming in. Aubrey Thomas coming off.
I'd love to see how big of a field goal Birtwistle could make.
Emily Scaff replacing her.
Yeah, they're emptying out the bench now, trying to get some energy on the field. That hot weather certainly having an effect on both sides. Kulkarni gets in there. Scalora sends it back. O'Connor feeds it up. Too far in front of anybody. Looking to put on the moves.
Georgie Clark coming back.
That's one player who you really have not seen off the field, maybe for a couple minutes in the first half. But she stays out there, sends it up, as she's looking for Gratzos. Gratzos trying to play the sideline, still in play. Good battle along the sideline. And it'll go Hiller way.
Like Recupero and Nina Zuganatis coming in for Marin O'Connor and Anna Scalora. So Nina's got to go back up to the forward spot, Madison to the center attacking mid.
They had some good rest the last few minutes.
See if they can close this out in the last 11 minutes. My guess is they'll just look for Maddie and Nina to possess more than anything else, just to kill the clock.
Right. Burt Whistle. She's going to try to move it up. Nice cross. Looking for Nina. Deflected away. Stays with it. Oh.
Ooh, that's a tough foul.
Trip call.
She's saying she had all ball. I couldn't see it, to be honest, Tom.
I thought she did have the ball. I thought that dive was at the ball.
You know, I think you're probably right, and I think what it is most of the referees are not used to seeing girls slide tackle at this age.
Right.
And so then they see somebody do it well, like Brooke, and they're like, oh, that must be a foul.
Right.
And the reality is it was just a good tackle.
Yeah, and sometimes when you just see the opposing player fall over that tackle, you're just going to naturally call it, even
Sure.
though you maybe shouldn't. But I think these refs have done a good job overall.
Overall they're
both
doing
teams have gotten some
absolutely.
things.
It looks like we got an injured Brookline player down there.
Yeah. And we'll get a stoppage here. 10:07 left to go, an injury on the field.
Anna Leshley, who's been working on Madison Recupero all day.
She's been terrific for Brookline. We certainly hope she's okay. A 2-0 lead for the Hillers. 10:07 left to go in regulation. We'll step aside on HCAM. Nice applause by the fans as Anna Leshley helped off the field. Certainly give her our best. A little shooken up.
Looks like she's nursing a tender ankle there.
She seems to be in good spirits about it, though. And we continue on. About 10 minutes left to go. That is aired out by Burt Whistle. Getting in there is Gratzos.
Gratzos taking on the entire Brookline midfield.
She almost won the battle there. Had to play along the near side, throwing Hillers. Scaff will take it. Along the near sideline now, sent over by Vianello.
The Hillers don't need to do much at this point. They just need to get the ball, keep possession of it, and kill the clock. Just kill the game.
And defend your net.
But they're not getting the ball when they need to from Brookline. Like right now, we've got a counter here.
There's a nice steal. Sent up. Alex Clark has done a nice job on that left side for the Hillers. Throwing for Hopkinton. Clark trying to turn it upfield.
She
Batted
lost
out
her
of play.
shoe. Georgie juked that girl literally out of her right shoe.
Impressive stuff. Is she still down?
She's still down tying her shoes. Hey, look, that happens. That happens.
Talk about breaking ankles.
Yeah, right. She's lucky.
Breaking shoes.
She's lucky it was just her shoe.
She invented a new move called the cleat remover. Along the midfield area, Recupero rushing in.
Put a little shot there at the end.
Granzos in the mix. Nina gets in there. Maddie trying to take it away.
So that's Annalie Krantz there, number 14, center defender. Her older brother, Pat Krantz, was goalkeeper for the Hiller boys for a couple years. Great goalkeeper.
Very good goalkeeper. That shot deflected. Ooh, trip there.
Annalie gave up a... Let's see where the ref spots it. So you got to put it outside of the box, or... Yeah, that's a penalty kick there, Tom.
There's going to be a big opportunity for Brookline to get on the scoreboard. Well, if they get on the scoreboard, it's very much a game.
Yeah, there was no malice in that. I think Annalie was just going for the ball, and the feet got tangled up. But a trip in the box is a trip in the box, and that's the way the game is played. So let's see what Ayla does with her first real test. Quite frankly, her first real test of the season, Tom. We're 3 games in, and I guess other than that shot in the first half, we really haven't seen much out of Brookline's offense. So
here we go.
Looks like number 5, Valina Chernachev, to take it.
Chernachev set for the shot. Oh, and she nets it.
Well, hey, Chase made a great effort on that. She had her fingertips on it. You could hear hit her fingers.
She picked the right direction.
She did. It was interesting. I saw Ayla cheat a little to her left, and she pointed to her left, almost to say, "Hey, go ahead and kick it to my right." And did you see at the last minute she moves over to try to save it, and that's why she was able to make a play on it. I mean, that was as good of an effort as you're going to see out of a goalkeeper against a penalty kick, which should almost always go for the forward.
Well, the Hillers going to have to step on the gas now. It's a 2-1 game. Just under 7 minutes left to go. Can the Hillers hold on to this lead? Recupero trying to feed it over to Georgie. Georgie!
Yeah.
Oh, offside.
I was wondering if he was going to do that. I was wondering. He had his hand to his whistle to his mouth. All of a sudden, the chemistry and the intensity of this game just changed, didn't it? You could feel the girls, the sidelines came alive a little bit.
That and the fact we're hearing thunder off in the distance. And that's sent up by Scaff. Here goes Recupero. Maddie, wide open field in front of her. The cross, looking for Georgie. Georgie to the net, takes it. It's deflected, still a live ball, and cleared away. Rushing in is Grazos.
Saved by the goalpost, Brookline was.
Grazos centers it. Nina over to Recupero. Recupero puts on a move. Cleared away. Burt whistle. The Hillers starting to turn up the intensity here in these last several minutes due to the fact Brookline is on the scoreboard. Along the far side. And a play it goes.
Joe DuPont coming back in for Fotini.
Well, the wind's starting to pick up a little bit.
Yeah, you could feel the storm clouds coming in. You could feel the wind picking up here. And you also feel that commiserate rise in intensity on the field, don't you?
We might be running out of here at the end of this one. Hiller's trying to work it up.
It almost looked like they had a hold and contain strategy, and then all of a sudden, when that goal went in, they were like, "Now you've upset us."
Yeah.
And so now we want to just throw another one on the board. It just feels like that to me.
Well, that's the mentality you should have in that situation. I mean, this Brookline team, they're no slouch. They're a good team.
No, they can score. They just showed they can score.
Along the far side, we're in the final 5 minutes. Big opportunity here for the Hillers. They'll have a free kick.
See Burt Whistle wanting to go up, and you hear Coach Skiba calling her back and saying, "Stay home," because he's not foolish. He knows we don't really need to score right now, but we certainly can't let Brookline do it either. You know, every drummer wants to be a lead singer, and every defender wants to be a striker. I think it's in Brooke. She's
Right?
always wanting to score a goal.
Along the sideline, still in play now, out. Throwing Hillers. They're doing a nice job at maintaining possession. And
So I am really surprised to see this. I just noticed that senior Amara Ukamadu, who has been doing a great job for Brookline today, just creating all kinds of problems, has been off the field.
well, she was a little shooken up on that
Oh,
penalty.
that's what happened.
Yeah.
She was the one that went down on that. That's what it
Yeah.
was. Okay.
And I think that's the only reason she's out. Georgie with a shot just wide.
Good shot, Georgie. Yeah, here she comes back in.
Well, good to see her back in, and she did have a little bit of a limp coming off the field after that penalty situation.
Coach Skiba telling his team, drop back, drop back. He knows they can go deep with these kicks.
Along the far side. Under 5 minutes left. Hiller's trying to hang on to a 2-1 lead. Popped out of play by Scaff.
Yeah, Scaff doing a good job just to be disruptive enough to just kill that momentum.
Oh boy. And Burt Whistle doesn't like that call. She's got to keep her cool though. She doesn't want to get a card at this point.
Scaff has two defenders on her. There we go. O'Connor comes over to help out. Coach Ben Peters is calling a timeout. He wants to plan what's going to happen here.
All right, so we are in the final moments of this game, and it's a crucial situation, and the intensity has went from 1 to 100 in about a minute here.
Sure has. Yeah.
It's been just craziness.
So he's down there now. He's diagramming a play with his girls, saying, "Hey, this is what I want to see you do on this one." And Skiba is like, "Listen, we cannot let anybody get behind us right now." He is talking to those girls about staying goal side. That is between the player and the goal. Don't let anybody make any runs in. And he also knows, candidly, that Brookline can put it in from here. What are they sitting at, about the 35 right now? I mean, she could do some service into the box from there. She could get it down to about the 10-yard line for a header. So the Hillers really have to be smart about how they defend. This is a crucial play of the game.
It certainly is, and hopefully they'll get this play in, or they'll get the rest of the game in before those thunder clouds roll in.
Yeah, and the clock is stopped at 5, so the referees are keeping official time at this point. I think we're
I
probably
wanna-
at about 4, you think?
No, I think it's less. I think it's probably around 2.5. 2.5. I mean, it's been at 5 for quite a while. But I think we're in the final moments. I don't think there's much time left.
It's now or never for Brookline, Tom.
Chanayev on the free kick, and it's going to be interesting to see what direction is she going to go.
Interesting that the Hillers put a 3-man wall out there with it so far away, but that just shows you what kind of respect they have for Chanayev, because they know she can get it up and out of there. Oh, interesting. She plays it short.
Draw up a pass out in front. Scaff with a header. And
Smart play.
Yeah.
Just kill it. Just a smart play.
Boots it away. Throw in Brookline. It was good she was able to avoid giving Brookline the corner.
That's a bad throw. That should be a Hiller ball. Looks like he's giving it to her again. He said she was in the wrong spot. Interesting.
Off the entry. Burt Whistle goes up the sideline. Mission here for the Hillers, don't get burnt.
Yep.
Cleared away.
Just clear it out.
Aired out.
Wow.
Towards the net, and it's just wide. She had the distance. Maribel Kesselman with a beauty of a kick.
From 45 yards.
Wow.
My goodness, that didn't miss my much.
Scary, scary situation there for the Hillers. Burt Whistle going to try to put it into the next town.
Nice
Good
clear.
air.
Nice clearance. 4 Hillers with pursuit.
Here comes the Hiller rush. Had a play.
You know, that tells you what kind of heart this team has, okay? We got a minute and a half to play. And they are just, it's an all-out foot chase.
Craziness.
4 girls on 1 defender. That'll tell you they are playing the full 80 minutes.
I think any tiredness from the humidity has just disappeared for the moment. And that is out of play. Scaff on the entry. Recupero with the header. Brookline trying to work it up the field. Burt Whistle plays it off the body. Getting in there is Krantz. Helping out Krantz along that far side, Clark.
That was a great defensive play.
And that's it! The Hillers hang on and take the 2-1 victory over Brookline. What a game. It was a lot of excitement out there, especially in those last few minutes. First half was mostly all Hillers. Second half was mostly Brookline, but the Hillers able to hang on and get a very important 2-1 win.
Yeah, it shows what guts they have, okay? They finished the game, all right? That's what you're looking for as a coach. You know, they went into halftime 2-0. You know, they had an opportunity to get complacent. They did get a little complacent. If we're being honest, Brookline had a little bit more opportunity in that half than maybe they should have. But in the end, they pushed on through. They locked them down when they needed to. They defended well when they needed to. They kept the pressure on the whole game. I can see Coach is he's breathing a sigh of relief down there. Going,
yes.
Ooh, that was a barn burner is what he's thinking.
It certainly was, and got a little scary there, but the Hillers showed tremendous character hanging on, and they got a couple tough games coming up next week where they will take on Medfield next Tuesday. We'll have the call on that game. Then they'll be at Holliston next Friday night. So tough road ahead for the Hillers, but they are 3-0 to start off the season, and you can't get any better than that. For John Ritz on camera, my broadcast partner Peter Thomas, I'm Tom Nappy. This has been Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Soccer on HCAM. We thank you for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.